Hello and welcome to Web Mentors YouTube channel, and you're watching the fifth video of the Programming in Java series for beginners. So in this video we're going to see about what is a class. A class is a blueprint of an object that we need to create. So a blueprint in the sense is that it's going to have all those information that you need an object to have. So that's going to create an object with what we need to be there for it. So why we need an object in the first place? So Java, being an object-oriented programming language, will be having everything that it needs to create or its need to access in an object format. So when it comes to programming in Java, you need an object to do something. So if you're writing a program, you need an object. In order to create an object, you need to have a class. So a class contains variables, methods, constructors, and various other stuffs. So when you create a class, you have to write down all those variables, methods, and constructors that you need to create and that you need an object to have. So if you're creating an object, which is nothing but an instance of a class, all those variables, methods, and constructors that you have declared already in the class will be there for that particular object. So being an object, you can have multiple objects for a same class, and it's not going to conflict with each other. So if you're creating an instance of a class named as class 1 of class A, so class 2 of class A will not interfere with the class 1 of the class A. So we'll be explaining it with a deeper level with examples. So first, let's see what are the difference between the classes and objects in the first place. So a class is nothing but a blueprint. So I've taken a fan as an example. So here's an image of a fan blueprint. So I've taken it from internet, so it does not look the same that you expect it to be. So an object is nothing but the finished product of the blueprint that you have created, which is nothing but a class. So when you create a class, you're going to give all those variables, methods, and other stuff that you need that object to have. So when you create an object of that class, this object will have all those things that you have written in the class. So let's go into the next slide. I'm just going to say you what a class has. It can have variables, it can have methods, and all those variables and methods that you declare in a class will be there for that class object that you created. So object is nothing but an instance of the class, as I said before. So if you're creating an object for the class, you will have a variable and a method that is related to the class will be created for that object as well. So if you're creating another object for the same class, the variables and methods will be created for that object. But the first object and the second object will not be conflicting with each other. So if you're creating two objects for a same class, then the variables and methods will be created separately for each and every object that you're creating for that particular class. So I created a class named as fan for the fan object that I've seen before. So this is how a class fan would look like. We create a class named as fan with variables named as blades, which is an integer, and I've already given a value for that named as 3. So my fan is going to have 3 blades, and it's not going to be changing. It's going to be 3, and it's going to be fixed. And I'm having 2 more variables named as state and color. So the state is going to be the variable that's going to store the state of the fan that I'm going to create, and then the color variable is going to store the color of the fan that I'm going to create. I have around 5 methods created in my class. The first method is going to set my color. The set color method will take in a variable, which is a string variable named as color, and it's going to set that color variable to the already existing class variable color. So I've given the same name for both the variable that I'm going to get in with the function and also the variable of the class, because this will be easy for you to actually assign it to the functions or the methods in Java. Again, we come to the set state function or the method, where I get the state variable, which is a string variable, and I'm going to set that state variable to the class variable state. So in order to access the class variable, all you have to do is that put this dot state. So this states that this class dot state. So the state variable of this class will be assigned with the state variable that I'm getting. So the next function or the method is the get state. So this method has a string variable to be given as an output. So it's going to return the string variable. So I'm going to return the state as the output for this particular method. So if I want to get the state of the fan object that I've created, I'm going to use the get state method. So I'll be giving a separate video on how to create an object, how to access those methods and variables of that particular object that I've created in the next video, of course. So this is how a structure of a fan class would look like. This is how a class would look like if you want to create a class for a fan with around 3 variables and around 5 methods. That is something that's going to set the variable values and also get the variable values that you already created in the class. So that's the end of this video. And if you like this video, please share this video with your friends, and also please don't forget to press the like button of this video. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And the next video is going to be what is an object in Java. It's going to clearly give you an explanation on the objects in Java. So if you have any comments or suggestions or feedbacks, please feel free to share it. And you can share that in the comment section of this video, or Facebook, Google Plus, or Twitter feeds. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day.